What's up guys, and welcome back with some more Honkai Impact 3rd, and today we're going to be checking out the Honkai Operations Center Fuhua. Earlier we did the Chronicles mission for Fuhua, and now we're going to check out this video because I was told that it's a good idea to watch this before we end up doing Chapter 22. So, as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps out like crazy. Try to hit 4,000 subscribers. You guys already know the deal if you've been here. So, let's get straight into this because it is almost Yatta time.
Greetings, Captains. Welcome back to the Honkai Operations Center. As time flows forward,
I feel like I was
Fuhua
expecting
has
a
shaped
deep voice
history
guy.
under different names and identities. The 8th Herrscher, who calls herself Fuhua, has now appeared before us. But who is she really? What has Fuhua undergone in 50,000 years? Let's take a closer look at the long and solitary life of a warrior.
Yes,
Fuhua
sir.
was born in the lower district of a previous era metropolis. She grew up practicing martial arts after her father and lived a disciplined life.
And
Due
the
to her
father sold a
humble
dojo.
origin, plain appearance, and straight, reserved personality, Fuhua was a loner when she studied in Sapphire.
I'm not gonna lie, like this look of Fuhua, I do like. I'm not gonna lie. It may not be the most popular version of how like one of her designs, but I honestly don't mind it. I think she looks pretty. But anyways,
Only until she saved a
It's just me.
classmate during a zombie attack did she gain the acceptance of those around her and learn to warm up to people.
oh my God, is that Carol from a
But
post
just when
Honkai
she was
Odyssey?
beginning to envision a bright future,
Had to
fate
throw that
forced her
joke in
on a
there.
path that she had never imagined. The Honkai Impact tore what she knew apart. The city was burned to the ground and her family and friends were killed. Fuhua fled and was saved by Moss Squad 5 leader Himiko. In a world where one could not survive alone, Fuhua could no longer afford to dream and was only left with the mission to eliminate Honkai. Fuhua joined Moth as a soldier, but she was still too weak to save anything. Cities fell. Billions of lives perished.
Chaos
Her
that
savior,
what kept
Himiko,
going on.
died in the hands of her comrades after transforming into a Herrscher. She only had the passion to defeat Honkai, not the power to realize it. In the face of an overwhelming enemy, was running away the best thing she could do? Fuhua did not accept her fate. Burning with
She
a
took
grudge
matters
against
into her
fate,
own hands.
Fuhua was reborn after challenging death. In an experiment that was deemed lethal, Ikor miraculously fused with her and transformed her into a mantis. And the user of Key of Domination, as well as Fan Huang Down, the mantis brought home one victory after another, until the final Herrscher descended. Humanity
Yep.
stood no chance in the decisive war. The few
And
that
things got
survived
real bad.
forfeited their civilization. They put themselves into cryogenic sleep so they could start anew when the time arrives. And so Fuhua's story enters the next chapter. After 10 millennia of sleep, Fuhua was awakened as the
That's
executor
crazy.
of Project
10
Honkai,
millennia.
whose mission was to guide the people of the
Jesus.
new era in developing their civilization and resisting Honkai. Fuhua was not alone in this. She was surrounded by lifelong
this
friends
design
who
of her, too.
genuinely cared for her and wanted her to take back her life. Yet she lost all of them in a Judgment Class Honkai disaster. Fuhua
R.I.P. to Nua and Fuxi. You will not be forgotten.
became alone again. As a mantis, she is immortal. As the user of Fan Huang Down, her memories last forever. In Fuhua's near-everlasting life, as fleeting as her interpersonal encounters may be, the inevitable parting that ensued would still scar her for life. With her last friend gone, Fuhua closed off her heart. She secluded herself from the earthly world, carried on the mission of eliminating Honkai like the programmed robot. No mercy for the corrupted became her sole code of conduct. She only cared for the mortals' corruption, not their lives.
Yep.
In 1458 AD, Fuhua founded the School of Taishuan at Mount Taishuan, Shenzhou. It was to safeguard Shenzhou and cleanse the world of Honkai. The School of Taishuan,
That was the
which only
plan,
had
at
7
least.
disciples, dominated the martial arts world with the Edge of Taishuan, a secret sword fighting style that could channel Honkai energy. To the ordinary people, Fuhua was as untouchable as a celestial, and hence was named Phoenix. In 1475 AD, on the Kipchak steppes in Central Asia, Fuhua single-handedly trounced Chiksaw's elite forces and their strongest Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, didn't I
Kalinkaslana.
read that in the manga?
This
right?
battle also led Fuhua's
pretty sure I
first
did.
encounter with Otto Apocalypse.
Yeah,
her
I'm pretty sure I
lifelong
did.
rival. In the next year, for reasons unknown, her 7 disciples mutinied and razed Mount Taishuan to the ground.
Yep, and they killed
Fuhua
her.
was grievously injured, having lost her full power and immortality. Fuhua temporarily withdrew from the world. Since she could not protect Shenzhou in a powerless state, she made a pact with Otto. Fuhua joined Shixal and worked for Otto. In return, Otto pledged to watch over Shenzhou in her stead. In 2000 AD, the second Honkai eruption brought total destruction.
Had to hit this
It
song,
was
huh?
later known as the most devastating Honkai disaster of the current era.
She
In a
looked
few
pretty
days,
at least.
multiple major cities were
Even though all
destroyed,
hell breaking
resulting
loose.
in millions of casualties. In this war, Shixal and the anti-entropy fought back in full force. Fuhua was dispatched to subdue the Herschers as a Shixal Valkyrie. In Fuhua's long life, she has never ceased rethinking what fighting means, so she may one day slay all Herschers and eliminate Honkai. By then, she
Determination.
had found the way of defeating a Herrscher. With unparalleled combat experience and Fenghuang Down's power, Fuhua overwhelmed the pseudo-Herrscher of Fire and temporarily suppressed the second Herrscher who possessed 6 Herrscher
Freaking
cores.
shanked her, Jesus.
Yet even with such nigh immeasurable power, she could not defeat the second Herrscher, who was under the protection of the will of Honkai. At the critical moment, Fuhua sacrificed Fenghuang Down and her memories to activate Fenghuang Down's first power, Taishuan Eminence. It severely wounded the second Herrscher and cut off her connection with the will of Honkai, creating an opening for humanity to turn the tables. Fighting this war cost Fuhua her memories and most of her power. Over a decade later,
it shows how much she really cared, though. She was willing to sacrifice everything she had just to save everybody, you know? That's not an easy sacrifice to make. Anybody could say, oh yeah, I would do that to save everybody when you're in that situation. Would you? Or would you just be too scared to? You know? So, she was willing to do what had to be done for the greater good, you know? At the world's biggest time of need, right?
Enrolled at St. Freya as an undercover agent. She became the class monitor of Kiana's class, to surveil the activity of the Herrscher of the Void inside Kiana. Although she approached Kiana and her friends with an ulterior motive, she regained long-lost friendships and bonds in a campus
she actually
life
built a
full
bond
of
with
joy
them.
and laughters. She carried out Otto's orders while secretly helping out Kiana and her friends to protect an addictive yet fragile balance of fate.
She's such a well-written character,
the mission
too.
of eliminating
Jesus.
Honkai ultimately made her
That's most
side with
characters
the
in
other
Honkai,
end.
I would say anyways, right?
She took away Kiana and helped Otto rouse the Herrscher of the Void. Little did she know that Otto did not play by the contract. He only roused the Herrscher for his selfish desires, not to protect others. To keep Fuhua out of his plan, he shot her.
He hit her with the
To
one
stop
shot.
Otto's plan, Fuhua activated Fenghuang Down's 0th power before dying, to transfer her
Smart.
sentience partially into the feathers and bind her sentience with Kiana's soul. Fenghuang Down, which bore Fuhua's sentience, led Himiko to the power that could confront the Herrscher of the Void and provide the serum
And
that could
final
quell the
lesson
Honkai
comes in.
energy inside Kiana.
Cry
When
every
Bronya
time.
was trapped in Grey's Serpent's mind labyrinth, Fenghuang Down appeared in time to help her escape. After the Herrscher of the Void begot a Honkai eruption, Kiana sunk into self-blame and loss. It was Fuhua's sentience that supported her and taught her how to harness the Herrscher power. At last, to protect Kiana, Fuhua's sentience burned herself out in the battle against Kevin
Yep,
and fell
Kevin.
into a slumber. However, that was not the end of her story. After the Shixal battle, Otto repaired her body, only to revive a Fuhua that was not the fighter who upheld her mission.
These are the
above all
latest
else
chapters I've been
and
on now. It's
abolished
going
her own
into.
desires. She had the looks of Fuhua, but uttered frivolous, arrogant, and impetuous words.
Yeah, it didn't act
She
like
had the
Fuhua.
memories of Fuhua, but could not understand the motives underpinning them. She loathed Honkai as much as Fuhua, but she was no different from Honkai in action. Purely driven by a desire for destruction, she destroyed.
Yeah, she
killed
enjoyed
Otto's
whooping
clone
Otto.
and demolished half of
So he moved
Shixal's
into another body.
headquarters. To vent her desire for destruction, she fought Durandal and Kevin to trick Fuhua's sentience in Fenghuang Down into submitting to her. She varnished over her motive time and again. To win the trust of Kiana and Bronya, she lured them into her memories to elicit their sympathy. In the end, she was not Fuhua, but the 8th Herrscher born from her memories. Perhaps to the 8th Herrscher, this story that perpetuated itself for 50,000 years is an elaborated, pitiable tragedy. The Fuhua that constrained herself and lived solely for her mission was nothing but a failure. She wanted to become a better Fuhua. Perhaps the girl bathing in the sun on the grass 50,000 years ago would have had the same idea had she had learned the
50,000
story
years
of her
ago.
life.
Jesus.
It is a life that has seen too many betrayals, lies, and sacrifices. However, it is also a life that shaped Fuhua into the remarkable fighter that her friends believe in and rely upon.
True.
What does the future have in store for her?
We're gonna
We will
find out real
together.
soon. Yes, sir. We are gonna find out real soon, because you know why? Because at the point that this video is going up, this same day we will be doing chapter 22 in Honkai. So we will finally see Fuhua turn into the Hersher of Sentience. Because I know it has to be this chapter. There's no way it's not this chapter at this point. It's finally gonna be time. I'm excited. Like, such a well freaking written character. Like, round of applause for mihoyo. Like, you should be proud of yourself. Because y'all writers be going berserk. It's great job. Like, especially like playing the last few chapters of like getting the backstory for Fuhua and everything. Like, it was super depressing to just see everything that she's been through for as long as she's been going through it. Like, yeah, we have plenty of characters in Honkai that have been suffering for years, but Fuhua has been alive for so long, just trying to find that happiness and maintain peace, and then just more and more pain hits her as time goes on. Like, the fact that she's suffered for that long is just insane. So yeah, Hersher Sentience, Yata, you know, Yata, coming soon. So yeah, there is the reaction, everybody. Thank you for everybody who recommended me to watch this. If you enjoyed my reaction, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm live and when I'm uploading videos. Join the Discord server in the description box below of this video. We're trying to hit 4,000 subscribers here on the YouTube channel, so if you could share the channel to your other Honkai friends, that'd be cool. Or if you'd like to join our Honkai Armada. I play in NA servers, so if you'd like to join, just join the Discord server and let me know and we'll get you in there. We're trying to really grow the Armada too. So other than that, I appreciate y'all, love y'all, see y'all very soon with some more content, and as I always say, don't do crack.
Be sure to subscribe to the Special K Experience if you enjoyed this video. If not, you're going to Femboy IHOP.